Welcome or welcome back for some Mist Survival. Oh yeah, it has been a hell of a while since we've covered this game, but they recently released 0.6.0, and their whole new version is absolutely insane. It was in the beta branch for around about 2 to 3 months. Just before I stopped covering it, they were just about to launch into that beta phase, which is when I moved over a lot more focus onto the secondary channel. But it looks like 0.6 has now gone live on the main branch, and it's absolutely insane. As you can see from the content in the background, this is taken from their main YouTube channel, and this is their new trailer for 0.6.0. Now, if you're new here and you've come from all the day before content or our other channel, Space Cowboy, I would recommend checking out the Mist playlist. There is loads of good stuff on there. This game was phenomenal before 0.6.0, but 6.0 has been highly anticipated throughout the Mist community because this combines all of the old maps from 0.4 onwards to one giant map. So the map is now massive with loads of bosses, loads of new enemies, and loads of other new stuff. He's also migrated from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. Mist Survival is done by a single developer. He does have help with certain other things, such as creating assets, but mainly it was made by one guy from the ground up. I'm pretty sure he'll be hiring a few more people now, because a lot more people are going to be playing it with 0.6.0. But if you do have the game, one thing that the developers do recommend, well, the dev does recommend, is uninstalling the game and reinstalling the new version, rather than updating your current version. That will help performance quite a bit, and it will make a better experience on Unreal Engine 5. The game also does require new specs, so I will go through those in just a second. But for 0.6.0, you can continue to play on the previous branches if you do want. That is the great thing about this game. He's left all branches that are old available. You just need to go through Steam and change the mode that you're playing on. But some of the main features for 0.6.0 are massive overhauls and reworks. The main one obviously being the migration over to Unreal Engine 5. As well as that, maps from version 0.4 have been completely reworked from the ground up whilst retaining original landmarks and locations, and they've now been moved and merged into one giant map. The new moving object system, which you will see a little bit of, that is moving around things like your caravan. You can also move around a lot more, and they've made a lot of tweaks to how you move containers and things in the back of trucks, which make things a hell of a lot better. As well as that, to tie in, they've done a massive rework to the vehicle system. The vehicles have been reworked completely. They now handle a lot better. They're much smoother. They're not easier to craft or get a hold of, but they do work better when you can get hold of one. There was a lot of bugs and issues with them getting caught, or if you got one stuck upside down, it was a pain in the arse. But they've done a lot of work to combat that and make vehicles a hell of a lot more usable now the map is so much bigger. There's also been a massive overhaul to the vehicle customization system. As you'll be able to see in the background, some paint being added to vehicles just to spruce things up a little bit and not have the same red truck over and over again, or the silver one, or one with a 50 cal on top. You can now mix it up and make things look a little bit better. And with that towing system that they've recently added, so you can caravans, trailers and carts, you'll be able to have a whole movable base wherever you want to go. And you're going to need that with a map this size, because nighttime or the mist can be very dangerous. So it's always recommended to be home at night or when the mist is about. But if you've got your caravan, that could definitely help sort of negate that a little bit more, which is good. And I like the idea that we can move around a little bit more freely now, especially with the new size of the map. There's also been a rework on the infected models and mutant types, as well as several new mutants added. So this game is now much it's much more dangerous than what it was beforehand. It was it was tough, especially at nighttime and when the mist was around. But you could make it through relatively easy. I found with this new version, it is a lot harder. I'm going to be doing more content on it. Well, get content out. I've already got a few bits sorted and ready to go. But I'm spacing things out with the day before and other content as well. But when it comes to the more survival aspects, there's been a whole rework of your livestock system and the building system. So this makes things a lot more, well, it doesn't make things easier when it comes to building a base out in the open. That is still a very tough part. It does let you focus much more on making that base a home that's already there and a building in around that. There are several of them throughout the map, and you do, like I say, have that option to build completely your own base wherever you want. But it does work a lot better when you've got something that's already out there, especially towards the start, and now you can sort of build and tie that in a lot better than what you could before. As well as that, they've added new weapons and items, including a flamethrower, which you'll see a lot of in the new trailer, which looks very, very cool. For now, you can customize your vehicles without using any materials. You'll just need to find the vehicle customization NPCs in the survivors camp. Is also going to be removing the debug mode once the turret is added to the SUV, which, if you don't know, you can mount a 50 cal on an SUV and blow everyone away. It is so much fun. As well as that, he's also announced what he's going to be working on over the next few updates. In the next few updates, he's going to be reworking the Zone 1 map, which will include reworking and dividing Zone 1 into several smaller sections like he has done with Zone 0. Each sector will be unlocked and made available as it is completed. The objective of these improvements is to alleviate the quality of Zone 1 to match Zone 0's quality, focusing mainly on landscape enhancements. Key areas like Old West Town, the radio station, and the military outposts will all remain unchanged. As well as that, he's going to be doing a massive overhaul to companion AI and the pets. He's currently reworking companion NPCs and pets, encompassing updates to models, animations, and the systems. These enhancements are set to undergo testing in the test branch soon. And for the next few updates will all be about bug fixes and boosting the game's performance, as well as adding improved sound effects and various descriptions and item descriptions to the game, which is very good. Now, if you do want to stay on the same branch, the save files from the last branch will work on this one, so you can just jump straight over and have all your current gear, which is good. That makes things a hell of a lot easier and a hell of a lot quicker if you just want to get stuck in and have a little bit of a play around. Now, if you are new here, like I said, and you haven't tried Myst Survival, I would highly recommend it. It is an absolutely insane survival game. It's one of the best survival games in early access right now, and has been for quite some time. It is absolutely phenomenal, and there is so much to do. This game will keep you entertained for hours. I have numerous playlists, numerous playthroughs on the channel, so if you do want to check them out, then I'd highly appreciate it, and you'll get to see a little bit more about Myst Survival. The game is also relatively cheap at the moment, which is nice, coming in at only £8.29, which is great. It's also playable on the Steam Deck if you do have a Steam Deck and you want to try it out there. For now though, we are going to wrap this one up there. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and if you want to support us further, consider becoming a member down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. I've been Wyatt, you've been awesome, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.